I just kind of read the script and you know, really thought it was a good story. Really thought it was a heartfelt, moving, inspirational type of story that I, felt would be good for me at that point in time, at this point in time, to try to, stretch what I'm doing as an actor. So I kind of took on the challenge as that. I kind of felt like I had a real close relationship to that character. Like I almost felt like I was that character without having to, be the drug trafficker. My family, and I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and so that's a very strict, tough religion. For a child, no Christmases, no birthdays, and stuff like that. I mean, it sounds pretty minimal, but when you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, those things are important to you, and you don't quite understand why you can't play with your other friends in school and you can't associate with so-called worldly people. You don't understand those things. Like I said, it made me a little bitter at religion. Not at God. With religion, with the laws of the religion. My mom got this fellowship, and that hurt me a lot. And when you get this fellowship in Jehovah's Witness religion, it's like banishment. Like nobody's allowed to talk to you, not even your parents or anybody. So now I'm living with my grandparents, and my mother got banished. She got this fellowship from the religion, and now nobody was allowed to talk to her, including my grandparents. So it caused a friction in the family, and that was my mother. So I that's where I kind of drew the line, and I said, well, I want to go live with my mother. And when I went to go live with my mother, that's when I started experiencing a lot of, the other side of the tracks, so to speak. But I am a believer. I believe in God. I believe people should have their one with God. Their personal relationship. I think that's the best relationship you can have. And Miles is kind of going through that, right. And it's, in the movie, he's going through a struggle, between God and I guess his lifestyle. When I'm doing this, I'm really seeing a lot of similarities and things that I go through daily that you go through by yourself. These are not things that you go through amongst your peers. These are things you go through, 4 in the morning, or when you're in the shower by yourself, or in the bed, you talk to God, or you ask these questions. These are things that people don't get to see you go through. But that's a tough thing to go through for any person, to find faith, to find belief, And I think, me personally, in my life, it's been tough for me going through, that transition of trying to be one with God, trying to find that faith, trying to find that, that belief. I think that's what's similar between me and Miles. Miles is a good person at heart. He's not a devil. He's not a demon in no way in this movie. He's a good person. Just going through extreme circumstances, and I think people are gonna gather from this character and learn from him and be inspired by his story. The whole subject of what the movie is about, that rings true for me too, and Ja Rule. It's time for change. It's time for me to do things that maybe you're not so used to me doing, but you can see me doing. And I think that's what I'm going through right now in my career. It's a transformation. It's a new start. I'm a little older now, even though I don't look it. But I think it's a good transformation for me, and I think my fans are gonna really enjoy it. I'm in love with a church girl. It's definitely touched me in different ways. Spiritually. I've been moved just by being here on the set. They say that company you keep, the environment that you're in, you know, things tend to rub off on you, you know, and I think the wholeness of the set and the crew and, you know, cast and everybody that's around that's working, I think it's kind of rubbing off, you know, on me a little bit, you know. You know, I actually think that maybe I was put here for a reason. That maybe I was put on this set to do this film for a reason. That maybe I can, you know, get further into my beliefs and further along in my faith. And you know, I learned a lot, you know, just being around Gally. You know, I know things I didn't quite understand about religion, and it's been a definite learning experience for me. You know, I think I'm getting closer to God with every day that, you know, we've been shooting. For what it's worth, people need a little more faith in their life, a little more love in their life, you know. If we can make horror movies and, you know, all these other type of crazy movies, why not? Why not faith-based movies? There's a very big audience. People, you know, there's a lot of people out there that enjoy faith-based movies and would love to see more. So I think it's good that it's making an impact. It's difficult, you know, being a rapper or any type of musician and making this transition into film. Because, you know, the first thing they see the artist. You know, they see the guy that does the videos, you know, and they see you as that person. And so when you know, you do certain roles in movies, sometimes it doesn't resonate right away because they don't know that's not you. You're Ja Rule, you do that, you understand? You don't do that, you don't preach, you don't. And I think it's easier for actors, you know, because people don't get to see them or they don't get to pass judgment on who they are. You know, so if you play a character and you don't know this person, if it's believable, you say, well, wow, you know, this could be that person, you know? And then you see him play another role and you say, wow, this dude's a good actor. I thought he was that guy, but he's good as this guy too. I think it's a little bit harder for artists. I think they're gonna love it, you know, because this is what you call the jab and hook, you know? Yeah, I'm luring them in with that jab, you understand? And I'm gonna catch them with the hook. See, when you say drug trafficker, they go, oh, it's a gangster movie. Got to see this. And then you get in there and you get to see the story. You get to feel the story. You feel, you know, this is a story more so about change and how you can, you know, be one way and turn your whole life around and be a whole nother person. And it sneaks up on them. And I think that's what this movie is definitely gonna do to people. They're not gonna see it coming. They're gonna see it from one thing and then get there and be like, wow, that was powerful. I think that's, you know, that's the toughest part about making this type of movie, is being able to tell both sides of the story and make it authentic, make it real, make it feel real to both worlds. You know, because you're not just pleasing, you know, people that's in the church or faith-based people. You gotta please the thugs and the thieves too. And I think those are the people that really, you know, Gally's trying to reach out to, so they can come in and get some, you know, get some God in their life, get some, you know, get some love in their hearts, you know. So I think this movie is definitely gonna inspire people.